November the 19th, 1941. Life has changed once again at the 157th. I've been grounded on the medic's orders for the last week, although we spent most of it relocating to Diatlovo. And by we, I suppose I rather mean everyone else, because I've mostly just limped around and provided moral support. I mustn't complain, though. My 2 medical emergencies to date have been minor stuff compared to some of our former comrades like Alexei and Luicha. We saw the latter off in an ambulance not long before the big move. She is, as I understand, very lucky to be alive, and will make a recovery given enough time, though I suspect it'll be the last we ever see of her. Most pilots don't get a second chance like that, so she's very lucky. I wish her more of that luck wherever she eventually ends up. Boris, the mechanic, is delighted with the new facilities at Diatlovo. I say facilities, what I really mean is a collection of repurposed tool sheds at the outskirts of the village, but in this freezing weather, it makes quite a difference. Boris has been the unsung hero of the squadron throughout the previous weeks, very much the equal of the Irks back home. He's been a very accommodating fellow, in particular with regards to myself. Whenever a new shipment of Hurricanes arrives, he always leaves one aside in the factory markings for yours truly, before painting red stars over the rest. The only fly in the ointment here at Diatlovo is that, once again, we're back to what ordinarily is a grass strip. However, the heavy snow has blanketed the entire thing, and therefore creates new challenges on landings and takeoffs. We've already had a few accidents, although thankfully nobody came a cropper as a result. I await, with morbid curiosity, to see what further obstacles the winter presents to us as we head into December, and hope that, whatever they may be, Fritz is even less prepared for it than we are. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to IL-2 Battle of Moscow, where, today, we're gonna go bomb some stuff again. It's a 2-man mission, this. It's just me, and it's just Vladimir today. We're not bringing anyone else with us, after last time's disaster. We're going to be bombing a rail yard, I think. We're going to be attacking a train station down here in Shahovskaya, which is quite a trip behind enemy lines. We've got an escort of MiG-3s, which I will do my best to actually meet up with this time. And then we'll try and make our way there at very low altitude, if possible, and without attracting the attention of any of the Jerrys, I hope. Get in, drop some bombs, and skedaddle out of there as fast as possible is my plan. We'll see how it goes. We don't want to get in trouble that far behind enemy lines. We really don't. 500-pound bombs. Got the big ones. Big explosions. Hopefully knock some stuff out. We'll see how we get on. Don't have our usual RAF markings today. Mechanics haven't managed to get a fresh Hurricane in a little while, so we're stuck with one of the Soviet ones with a red star on it. I don't know, maybe it'll prove to be a lucky red star Hurricane or a very unlucky one. It can't be much more unlucky than last time, though, I suppose, can it? Unless we actually get killed, of course, which is always a possibility. I hope we don't, though. Alright, Vladimir, you ready to go, mate? Let's go. Kept the MiGs waiting long enough, I think. As you can see, we're back on it. Whoa. Okay, what on earth happened there? Vladimir's having some issues too, isn't he? Alright. I could cut this out, but it's sometimes funny to leave the outtakes in. Let's try that again, shall we? Alright, once more with feeling. Would have been a very short episode if I'd left it off there, wouldn't it? Well, okay, let's try that again. As it turns out, taking off in the middle of a snow-covered field is trickier than you might expect. Oh my god. This is really quite horrific, isn't it? Can you imagine if we were in something like the Spitfire right now? You know, something which doesn't have quite a sturdy landing gear. Elf bells. You're right there, Vladimir. You're going to manage to make it up into the air in one piece. Yeah, looks like he has. Good. This is admittedly one of the things that made the Hurricane useful. It could operate out of fairly rough strips. Okay, right. Let's make sure we hit these rendezvous waypoints and whatnot. Yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? We've got to sort of double back. We get to, you got to go fly to the takeoff one and then double back to the rendezvous. Oh, what a mess. Anyway, there's Vladimir on his way to catch up with us, ladies and gents. You know, we're at pretty low altitude, and I don't really see us going much higher than this, honestly. Go ahead and close the canopy, folks. I think I'll see you in a bit. Alright folks, we're closing in on our target now. Our MiG friends are still up above, weaving their way over the top. And our target's just in the distance. There's some buildings beyond those trees you probably can't see on YouTube, but they're there. I'm actually going to go boost engage now. Open the radiators a bit. Maximum throttle, gain as much speed as we can. I am sure Vladimir will drop behind us a little bit. He's flying slightly higher than I am, which is not a great idea, but I think the AI has some sort of inbuilt safety feature whereby they can't fly very low without automatically pulling up. Because I notice he's been trying to come down to my level and then he keeps pulling up and going back up again and sort of bobbing up and down the entire way here. So as much as I'd like to take Vladimir flying across the treetops with me, you know, sort of nap of earth type stuff, to really make sure we avoid as much ground fire as possible, he's just not going to do it. So he's doing it now. He's just sort of staying up there. Alright, should be directly in front of us. It's pretty much in the middle of this group of buildings. In fact, I can see a train right now. I can see a platform. I think I'll drop a bomb on the platform and a bomb on the train. One bomb away. Two bombs away. Oh, I think you just caught the tail end of it. Destroyed a flat gun. That's always nice to see. Try and nail it with a strafing run. Don't want to stick around too long though. I noticed that Vladimir's not really contributing much to the overall situation. Again, it's hard to get anything done without any cannons here. Oh, apparently I've got some holes in the wing. That's not so great. Don't need the boost right now, I don't think. I'm trying to nail the... There it is! Whoa! A fuel tanker on the back. There we go. Alright, that's just the locomotive and a couple of cars left. And I think I'm happy to leave it. I'm not sure if we can nail a locomotive with just machine guns. Alright. Let's get out of here. Sort of 61 degrees. Let's call it about 65-ish to get out of here then. A bit more directly. Alright. Our little friends still around. They are. Good. What about Vladimir? Where you at, man? Is he back there somewhere? Where has he gone? Has he managed to get himself shot down? I bet you anything he has. On a milk run like that, he has somehow found a way. No, he is... Okay, he's there. He's there. He's just flying up above us. Obviously dropped his bombs on something. What are you doing up there, Vlad? Yeah, there he is. I couldn't see him. My cockpit bars were in the way. There he is, right up above. Lunatic. Alright. Well, folks, let's get the heck out of here, shall we? Could this be a bombing raid that actually went according to plan? For once? Don't count your chickens just yet, everybody. Well, folks, we've made it home, more or less. Just passing by a completely and thoroughly destroyed Russian village. Actually, every building there has been trashed. Yeah, we're nearly there. Of course, I'm useless when it comes to the geography of our new airfield. We've only been here like today, pretty much, at Diatlovo. But there it is over there in the distance. Just see the hangars. I suppose do make it a bit easier to spot. It's sort of located in this big, massive clearing among all these little patches of forest, which I suppose makes it a little easier to see from the air. It's a little road that runs through it here. Still keeping my eyes on a swivel. There's the MiGs. Because I find it suspicious that we haven't run into any enemies today, but perhaps we just got lucky. Perhaps they're about to pounce on us. You never know. But, I mean, we're here, so, yeah. Guess it's time to land. Orders, return to base. We're done here for today, Vladimir. Landing on this mess is going to be interesting, isn't it? It's virtually the same layout as they had at Zanino, so we've got that going for us. But, yeah. Alright, gear down. And the wing just looks so wrong without the roundel on it. Flaps down. There they are, down 100%. We've got 2 greens on the undercarriage. Got a few holes in the wing, although they look pretty minor. Oh, I thought there was flak bursts up there for a second, but no, it's the MiGs. Right, here we go. We want to pretty much land between the windsock and the T marker, which you can see much more clearly on the snow now than on the grass. But there's sort of a point a bit further down here where the snow smooths out a bit. I think that's kind of where I want to land on, really. Alright, here we go. Yeep! Okay, not too bad. Still gently with the brakes. I want to hit a rabbit hole and go flipping over like I did at the start. Okay. Let's take it off to the left, shall we? Get the flaps in. Don't even have to use the brakes to taxi in this thing half the time. It's because we've got a nice big fat rudder on this plane on the tail, which gives it nice rudder authority once you've got a bit of prop wash going over it. Just make sure we don't crash into anything. I think about here will do. There we are. Is that Vladimir showing off overhead? Or is that the MiGs? This looks like the MiGs. That's Vladimir showing off. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you very much. I'll see you for the debriefing. Okie dokie, everybody. Continue with claims. I have none, for these are only air-to-air claims. You don't make ground claims on here. They get awarded automatically. Maximum information. Start debrief. Let's see. Probably not a super long one, this. And most of it seems to consist of that. I see. Right. So, doodly doodly doo. Let me get this to scroll up properly, please. E, damaged by Jimmy Wallace. E, probably the engine. I'm not sure what that's meant to be. Wagon, damaged. Train car's destroyed. Train car was destroyed. According to the in-game events log, we destroyed like 3 train cars, and we destroyed the train station platform as well, I think. I don't know what this is going to say, though, other than we got 2 train cars there. Wagon damaged. We were damaged by wagon, apparently. Interesting. Train car was destroyed. Wagon damaged. Kirill Zhurov damaged by flat gun. I think that was one of the... There were some Sturviks in this mission floating about. I think that was probably him. Wagon damaged. Wagon damaged. A train car was destroyed by us. That would have been the fuel tanker at the back that went kaboom. And there you go. Vladimir was damaged by a machine gun, but he didn't seem to achieve very much aside from that. He did drop his bombs, but yeah, apparently didn't really hit anything. Never mind, Vladimir. It's clearly not your forte, is it? Debrief completed. There we go. I have claimed 4 train cars. Marvellous. But we did destroy a platform as well. I don't know if it was the platform. It did say rail facility, so I think our first bomb definitely hit something of value. Next page. Yep, that's it. Nothing else to report, apparently. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Next time, we'll see what we have in store for us as we continue finding new and creative ways to get everybody killed. I've noticed everyone else must have flown a mission in the meantime, though, because you've all gone up. All the newbies have gone up from 4 missions to 5, so at least they're getting a bit of experience in the background, I guess. Oh boy, look at the air kills tally, though. We're down to like 1 for Innocenti and 1 for Vladimir again. All squadron of rookies. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that is the Soviet experience, pretty much. Squadrons of rookies going up against elite veterans. That's kind of why it's fun, I suppose. Anyway, ladies and gents, thanks very much. I'll catch you next time. Toodaloo.